Good morning. Happy New Year. That's the biggest news of all. Today is January 1st, 2021, and it's Terrie O'Connor at Winning at Real Estate. I am so excited to welcome 2021 and look at 2020, as everyone says, in the rearview mirror. I'm so glad it's behind us. Although we finished out a very strong 2020 as far as our real estate business went, it was a tough year for everyone, as we all know. And the hope that lies ahead with the vaccine and the enthusiasm for being able at some point soon to be able to gather again as family and friends is igniting, I think, a lot of people's energy. So I decided this morning to talk about the 4 E's, in my mind, what they really are and what they really mean to being a successful person and certainly a successful professional real estate agent. Energy, enthusiasm, excellence, and execution. There are 4 very important ingredients to being able to get your work done and do it with enthusiasm, excellence, energy, and of course, execution. Now, why do I pick those 4 things? First of all, who likes to work with somebody who's Debbie Downer? Who likes to work with someone who doesn't have that enthusiasm? Who wants to work with someone who isn't doing work that's excellent? And who wants to try to work with someone who finds out they didn't actually execute the tasks that they were supposed to do? So these 4 E's are really critically important. Your enthusiasm is what excites people. It's your intense enjoyment of what you're really doing. Whether you create that enthusiasm by thinking about what it is you have to do, because you can have and intentionally up your enthusiasm. You have to be up. You have to be enthusiastic for people. People want to work with people who are excited about what they need. And if you're their professional advisor, they want you to be excited about what they are doing and what they need. Energy. Have you ever worked with someone who looks like they're dragging? I mean, you want to finish their sentences? How many of us have sat there and thought, okay, I know what this guy or this gal's going to say. Just get on with it. You want somebody with energy, somebody who's up and excited and can get the job done in an efficient way. And sort of that energy's, and that enthusiasm connected together, they're contagious. So enthusiasm and energy are critical. Keeping yourself energized means that you have to stay healthy. You need to walk. You need to get some exercise. You can't live a sedentary life and have energy. It's impossible. You're just going to become lethargic. So keeping healthy, creating an energetic personality and physical health and body is critical. Your enthusiasm for what you're doing and for what your clients' needs are critical. Those are somewhat engaging to the consumer. They truly are. You'll find out the more successful people that you see and meet, if you look at what they really have, they are enthusiastic. They have high energy levels. I always say when I'm interviewing salespeople to myself and I'm sitting across the desk or standing there with them, is this person energetic? Is this someone I can see really taking on the jobs and the tasks they have to do? Is this person filled with enthusiasm about what it is they're going to be doing in this new career? They are critical components to me. The next thing, which I think is absolutely important, is excellence. Excellence means what? It means to do, to be, to act in the very best fashion you can actually do something. So when you are giving it your all, when you are doing it the best way you can do it, you're certainly going to be able to be successful in most circumstances. It is critical that you show what a professional realtor really does and how they do it. Your excellence will separate you. I grew up as the daughter of a naval officer, the wife then of a naval officer. My brother is a naval officer. And the ships years ago, and I think they still do, can win what they have as the big E on the ships. When my dad was captain, commanding officer of a large oil tanker out of Pearl Harbor, and he was refueling the ships in the high seas off the coast of Vietnam during the Vietnam War, throwing the lines over in high seas with oil, going over to another ship and trying to maintain everybody's equilibrium at sea and to be able to get the job done. When they won the E, and that ship pulled back into Pearl Harbor with the E on it, the AO-63 Chipola with an E, you can imagine the enthusiasm and the good feelings and the energy that gave to all of the people aboard that ship, all of the men, the sailors that worked so hard, and the crew with the captain and all of the officers on board. The team effort to be able to be excellent. Well, in our real estate career, excellence is critical. We have an award also in New Jersey, the Circle of Excellence, and those people who achieve it have to do a certain amount of business, and they have to be successful, and they have to create for themselves a really good business. We acknowledge that with our award of Circle of Excellence, but they don't get there by being, off their game. They get there by being excellent, by being enthusiastic, by having a lot of energy and enthusiasm for their clients. And the clients are engaged and excited to work with them, and that's how they create that, and that's how they get that award. Lastly, and most important, I guess, of all of it, all of these things are critical to being able to be successful, but you have to execute. And execution is critical as well, as we know. Execution means you get the job done. You actually pull the trigger, as I've said in past videos, you pull the trigger, you get the job done. So when you combine your own enthusiasm and your energy and all of the things that are critical to those components, and then you actually do it with such an excellent and professional demeanor and working at it as hard as you possibly can to do the best job for your clients, and then execute all of these pieces, the 4 E's are going to come together, and you're going to have a very successful business, very successful career. You're going to be very well liked by your clients, your colleagues, and respected by them all. So it's Terrie O'Connor, Winning at Real Estate. Take this information and get started in 2021. I am so excited to welcome this year, and Happy New Year to all of you. And I hope you have a great time with my 4 E's. Take care. It's Terrie O'Connor. Bye-bye.